In this video, we're going to discuss and review the brand new Ultimate Count Dracula figure from NECA.
We'll begin with a reign of terror. A few murders here and there.
Welcome to the Swearwolves YouTube channel. I'm Brett. If you're a returning subscriber, I just want to thank you for coming back. And if you're new to this channel, thanks for stopping by. Please consider clicking both that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. We upload videos on a regular basis, podcast episodes every Monday, as well as the not as consistent review videos in which we cover horror soundtracks, video games, collectibles, you name it. And today we're discussing the brand new Ultimate Count Dracula figure from NECA. I was out and about this weekend, stopped into a toy store that sells vintage toys as well as new toys, saw this sitting there and just snagged it up right away. I've been waiting for this Dracula figure for quite a while. So why don't we go ahead and get into the box here. We got kind of a matte finish with a glossy Dracula, but a matte background, and the Dracula right there is glossy as well. And it says Carl Laemmle. I believe it's pronounced Laemmle. I don't know how it's pronounced. I'm not good at that kind of stuff. Carl Laemmle presents Dracula, featuring Bela Lugosi, David Manners, Helen Chandler, Dwight Frye, Edward Von Sloan. Todd Browning production. At the bottom it says, from the famous novel and play by Bram Stoker, produced by Carl Laemmle Jr., Ultimate Count Dracula. That just looks really cool right there. It's like the movie poster, the vintage movie poster. On the side of the box, we get an image of the figure. It says Dracula at the top and Universal Monsters at the bottom. On the back side, we have various different poses of the figure. It says Dracula, and then at the bottom it says includes removable cape, wine bottle tray, candle, bat with stand, goblets, and interchangeable heads and hands. Side of the box, another picture of the figure, and then, like all Ultimates do, the flap opens up to reveal the figure inside, as well as a nice image of the figure right there. Why don't we go ahead and open this figure up and give it a proper review. All right, I got the figure open. Before we get to the figure itself, let's go ahead and go through these accessories really quick. We did get quite a few of accessories, so that's good. These Ultimate lines always have some great accessories, so let's go through them, starting with the hands. Here's the first alternate hand that we got. It's a right hand, and it looks like it's in a holding position, probably for the candle and candlestick that Dracula can hold. It's another accessory that comes with this, but you can see the detail in the hand. Looks really good. Here's the other two hands. This is the right hand, alternate right hand, and alternate left hand here, kind of in a gripping or grabbing motion, or when he's hypnotizing his victim. You can see that he's got the ring on the left side there. Really good detail on those. Talked about the candle and how he can hold the candle. This is the candle that comes with it. It's got the flame at the top with the wax dripping down, and this kind of ornate design for the candlestick, which looks really cool. Next up, we got this wine tray. Now these are all individual pieces. This is a goblet that has wine in it, but it can be set on this tray. And here is the bottle of wine. I'll set these down. And we can look at the tray. The tray is, of course, plastic, but it looks like it's made out of metal. It's got that kind of brushed metal look to it, or old patina on it. And the bottle of wine can just sit right there. And you can put a couple of these goblets on there. And you can drop the wine. That looks like a mess waiting to happen. Next is this bat. Now the bat came with a stand, and we'll put that together here in a second, but I just wanted to show the bat itself. You can see the face of the bat, some good detail in that. It's just made out of this soft rubber, and that's the hole that we'll put the stand in. So it's got this ball joint stand, just kind of snaps in there, and then the base, which this just fits in. So then it can just kind of stand up however you want them posed, I guess. Put them over here. And for the accessories, we also have this cape here, and I haven't opened it yet. I'll open it right now. Came in a plastic bag. And the cape feels really good. It's this heavyweight fabric, which gives it some nice flow, and it's got this plastic clip around here that will affix to Dracula's neck. But you can see how it kind of just drapes. It doesn't like just stay. It's not stiff fabric. It's like this polyester or nylon type fabric, but it's got some nice heavy weight to it, so it looks like it can drape. That's really nice. I like that. I like what they did with this cape. And finally, we got some alternate head sculpts. We got two. One with this evil look on his face, kind of like he's angry Dracula. Really good likeness to Bela Lugosi. Like, you know that this is Bela Lugosi's Dracula. That's all that it could possibly be. I really dig that. And then here's the other. And this is kind of the more subdued Count Dracula. He's more of like, oh yes, I'm your neighbor. A lot of good detail in that face sculpt. And then the hair being slicked back. So those head sculpts are really good. And then finally, the figure. Before we get into the details of the figure itself, let's go over the articulation. The head, of course, moves left to right, up and down on this ball joint. Shoulders go out, back and forth. We have an elbow joint, bends the elbow. The wrist can go in and out a little ways, a little restrictive because of the cuff of the coat there, and it can turn left and right all the way around 360. Let's see, he does move at the waist, left, right, sits in a crunch position. He's got his hips are on a ball joint. They can move out and in and back and forth, but he does have this rubber tails to his tuxedo jacket that's preventing him from going back too far. The knees do bend and the feet do swivel up and down and then left and right. Starting at the top with the head, I mean, we already talked about the head sculpt being really good, and I love this image of Dracula. He's got the eyebrow raised, and he's got a grin on his face. He's up to no good, but he looks really, really suave and debonair. He's Dracula, for crying out loud. He's wearing this tuxedo with the gold medallion there, and this is all printed in. I mean, the jacket is a separate part of soft rubber, but this medallion is printed on as part of the sculpt of the torso. Soft rubber, like I said, makes up the outside of this tuxedo jacket. You can see right there. It goes down to the black pleated pants and his shoes. Here's the back side all the way up. And there he is again from the front. I mean, this figure just looks pretty awesome. He's gonna look even more awesome with his cape on. So let's go ahead and get that cape on. I'm assuming we just clip it in, something like this. Yeah, that's how Dracula looks. With a little bat in the background. Well, why don't I go ahead and just get him posed, and then I'll be back with my final thoughts. All right, I got the figure posed how I will have him on display, and what I did was I just have him holding, I changed out the hand to the hand that can grip a hold of the candle and the candlestick. Got the bat in the background. He's got his cape draped over him and then kind of flung to the side. I just think it looks really good like that. Really classy, really classic Count Dracula. So for this figure, NECA gets 5 out of 5 Pamela Voorhees heads. I love the figure. I love the Universal line of figures, and I hope they just keep coming out with more. The black and white version of this will look pretty awesome as well. If you have any thoughts on this or anything really, please leave a comment down below. And if you haven't yet subscribed, if you feel so inclined, please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell below. We are the Swearwolves, and we do a weekly show in which we review horror movies, and you can watch it right here on our YouTube channel every Monday, or find it wherever you listen to your favorite podcast by searching for The Swearwolves. You can also hit up our website at theswearwolves.com. So, for The Swearwolves, I'm Brett.